Welcome to my channel. My name is Erica. In this channel, I mainly talk about the struggles of being a first-time mom, my breastfeeding journey, my relationship with my two stepdaughters, and just bits and pieces I've been trying over the past few months that are either working or not working for me. Today, I feel a little bit sad because today was Isaac's first official day at daycare. He is actually registered to go to a Montessori education philosophy. His two older sisters used to go to that same daycare, so that's why I felt confident, and I felt like maybe that was the choice that I had to follow with Isaac. He was actually on a waiting list when I was maybe 4 months pregnant. I already put him on a waiting list just to make sure that I was going to have a spot for him, and I didn't even know how long he was going to be on that waiting list. So I wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to go back to work and have somewhere where he could stay if I decided to go back to work. And they called me back a couple of months ago telling me that Isaac had a spot if I wanted him to start daycare. So I talked to Dylan, and he was just going to start on a couple of days a week. So he will be going on Mondays and Tuesdays, only half a day. So the half a day is usually from 8:30 until 12:30. The only inconvenience is Isaac is still breastfeeding, and I haven't been working really hard on integrating the milk bottles. So from me, I've been told by a lot of people that it's usually best if moms are not the one practicing the bottle feeding. So Dylan has been practicing a little bit. It's not always easy because we don't always have time, or when we would have time he doesn't feel like drinking, or I just breastfeed him, or he just woke up from a nap and he had a feed before. So it's very hard to teach a baby how to drink out of a bottle when mom is around. So he's starting daycare. He started this week, more like a transition week, and next week he's officially starting Monday and Tuesday from 8:30 till 12. I won't be able to leave him so many hours, 4 hours, because he is not comfortable enough with the milk bottles yet, so it's something we have to work on. I feel sad that my baby's already 5.5 months. I feel sad that he's already going to daycare. I feel sad that people that I don't even know are looking after my son. I really wish maternity leave in New Zealand was a year. Paid maternity leave is only for 26 weeks, which is 6 months, which is so short because Isaac was born 2 weeks past his due date. So my maternity leave, I always thought I was going to give birth before my due date. So when I applied for the maternity leave, I was like, he's going to be born at the end of May. My due date is the 19th of May. So he's definitely going to be born at the end of May. So I'm going to start my maternity leave. I stopped working the 1st of May, and I started getting paid the 3rd week of May. And unfortunately, my maternity leave is finishing at the end of November, even though he's not even 6 months yet. Very close. 1st of December, he's going to be 6 months. Kind of like starting that phase where it is actually so enjoyable. Like I'm looking forward for him to wake up from his nap because we can play together and he grabs stuff from my hands, and if the cats or the dog is are walking around him, he's going to be looking at the cats and he wants to grab, he wants to pet them, and it's enjoyable. There's interaction. He tries to communicate. When he's comfortable, he lets me know. He arches his back, or he pulls his socks, which is so cute, and it's nice. I'm not saying that the newborn phase is not enjoyable. It's just more like feeding, sleeping, feeding, sleeping, feeding, sleeping. Now is sleeping, feeding, playing, which is so nice. There's, like I'm saying, it's just way more interaction. So my boy is going to daycare. Today it was his official first day, so he was supposed to stay for 2 hours from 10:30 until 12:30 just to see how it was going, and I picked him up after an hour and a half. I picked him up at 11:45 because according to his schedule, 12 o'clock it's his nap time, and I do enjoy when he sleeps from 12 till 2, so then it's easier to set the next nap and then bedtime at 7:30 like we usually do. I missed him so much. It was only an hour, but I missed him so much. I missed him as if he was gone for a full day. I cried when I left daycare, and Montessori teachers were sending me photos and were keeping me like up to date with the activities he was doing. He did a little bit of tummy time. He was playing outside with a teacher, and they tried to bottle feed him because I brought a bottle for him to practice. Maybe he was going to take it from the teachers. So he did a lot of things in only an hour and 15 minutes. It's just such a dilemma. Is it better for him to stay with me? It is better for him to stay with mom. Is it better for him to socialize slowly instead of just keeping him at home with me, and then out of nowhere when he's a year old, I pull him full-time at daycare because I have to go back to work? I'm lucky enough that because I work in a brewery, I can work evenings as well. So I don't need to start early in the morning. I can start around 5 o'clock. So I'm actually very, very lucky with that. So I'll be able to spend most of the days with Isaac, except Mondays and Tuesdays. I'm going to have a few hours to film some videos, do some cleaning, do some cooking, do some editing, and then just go pick him up, which I know in the long run is going to make me feel so much better. And I think it's going to help him as well for the eventual full-time transition. I just feel like maternity leave should be way longer. I think they should think about different methods. I think instead of paying you the amount they're paying for the first 6 months, why don't they divide it into 12 months and they just pay us a little bit less? But also giving us that option of maybe working here and there a few hours if you want to top up your pay. Or giving you the option, do you want to get paid in a year? Do you want to get paid in 6 months? Do you want to get paid in 8 months? Do you want to go back to work after 3 months so you can get paid in the first 3 months? I would have picked to divide that amount, divide into the first year, and then maybe to go back to work slowly. But I would have never thought I was going to feel that way. I'm quite a rational person, and I'm able to be objective with decisions, and this is so hard for me because I am not capable of being either rational or objective, because there's just so much love. There's just so much caring. He is the most important thing in my life. He comes before me, and it's very hard for me to trust people that I don't know. The positive about all this is because the girls used to go to Montessori, so I've already met 95% of the teachers. They all know me, I know them, so at least it's not like, oh, it's the first time I've met you, there you go, this is my baby, I'll see you later. So I just want to say that it is hard. I don't know if it's something that is harder because I'm a first-time mom. I don't know if it's just hard in general because I love my kids so much. Is this something that I'm going to get used to it? If eventually it's going to be easier for me to just drop him, or is it always going to be painful? The positive about all this, I really like the Montessori approach. I love the fact that it's pushing the kid to be independent. Kids grow at their own rhythm and they pick and choose what they feel like doing, and that's something that I actually really like. It's like a self-motivating growth for children. Toys and everything is accessible. If they're crawling, they can just crawl to a shelf and grab their toys, and everything has like natural materials, and it's something that I'm using here at home. We love playing outside. We love when the girls are like just playing with water and rocks and soil, and they create worlds and castles, and I'm very, very happy that we have a very big backyard for the kids to let their imagination flow. So that's one of the reasons why I'm very happy that Isaac is gonna go to Montessori. But I feel sad that he's going to daycare. It's such like a pro and cons of everything, but I think it's going to be beneficial for him. I think it's going to be beneficial for me as well to be able to come home and maybe catch up on a few things in the house, or catching up on videos, or just doing the dishes, or even just not doing anything. I'm up every 3 hours at night as well, and I think I do deserve a little rest. And he's well taken care of. There's specialized and professional teachers, and I just have to remind myself that everything's going to be okay. I was home for an hour, And during that hour, I got sent 3 different photos of Isaac playing with a teacher, playing with a little toy, and it really made me feel that it's okay to be sad, but everything's gonna be okay. And the teachers, they got us. They got me and Isaac, and it's gonna be good. I just have to tell myself that everything's gonna be good, because that's part of life. Unfortunately, I can't just hide him in my house and not let him see anyone. I've always been pushy with being very social, and I want my son to be very social, and that's how it starts. So thank you for watching me. It felt good. I just needed to let all this out, and it's a sort of therapy for me, and I already feel so much better. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Here in New Zealand, we're going towards summer and the days are getting nicer, so I'll send you all a little bit of sun from New Zealand. Take care.